guys, see, there is problem in Nigeria. Most of this elite or this purported leader, they are more of circumference. Yeah, they are more of circumference. So these people, they have the audacity, the effrontery to come out before the air and lie to the people. Now, while we say that with this hardship that everybody is facing, with this drain that this government they are perpetrating against the citizen, someone will still come out and have the effort, the audacity, and begin to show praises to this administration. Why? Because circumference is the order of the day in Nigeria political system. Now, when you are eating, you don't speak against the power that's been. So this man you see that showing praises are really praises to this government because it's part of the system. So as soon as this man is no longer benefiting for the system, then you see that the reverse is not be the case, and this man begin to turn to activists overnight. Now, hear what he said, because according to them, they say of recent they just organize a program. Now, what is the program? They say the people that want to travel for this December, this recent December, that the federal government, they are giving a 50% discount for their transportation to and from. According to this man, he's giving a statistic that almost about 6,000 or 600,000 Nigeria benefit for such a gesture. And when you look going into the comment section, none of Nigeria is coming out to say yes, or nobody is attest to such a gesture. Now, one will be asking, who are those Nigeria that benefit benefit from this gesture? None of them. So when you have a leader who are disconnected from their citizen or having this a monumental distrust from their citizen, then you begin to see how come that the country, they are still in the state of backwardness, because there is no trust or there is no connection between the leaders and the follower. There is no trust between the leaders and the citizens. So a leader can just come to air and begin to lie. Now, if such a massive numbers of the citizens, they benefit for such a gesture, how come that nobody is coming out to give or to attest to such a gesture? This is one of the problems we have in the political system in Nigeria or in the leadership of Nigeria. God would like you to watch this man, this sycophant, what he's saying, how he was showing praises and giving the statistics of the people that benefit for such a gesture. So let me know what is your take, or if you are among the people that benefit for such a gesture and you come across this video, don't forget or don't hesitate to drop it on the comment section. So let's know the people that benefit for such a gesture for the federal government. I will see you again for more video. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we have to place this in perspective from the fuel subsidy removal. You know, if you observe what has happened, the problem with the fuel subsidy is essentially a transport issue. The pain point is transportation. So you suddenly have a situation where transport costs jump up by as high as 50%. You know, prior to this time, people were spending up to 40-50% of their income on transportation. So with the fuel subsidy removal, the transport costs jump up. So people are then have to contend with about 70%. So I think the government deserves a lot of credit, you know, by the fact that looking at this pain point, suddenly coming around and say, okay, what can we do to solve this problem during the Utah season? And then they brought this policy on board. So from our side in Oshodi, it turned out that we have over 40%, 35 to 40% increase in number of passengers that turn up during this period. We've been on charge of that terminal for over 5 years, and as we've never seen this kind of surge before. It was the first time. So people responded positively. People were happy with it. You know, all of a sudden, somebody traveling to Onitsha who normally should pay 22,000 have to pay 11,000, and then we have to do actual refund of cash. So it's something they've never seen before. They thought, well, how is this happening when we are not in an election period? So it's something that I think was well received. We've seen this surge in the number of passengers, and the fact that it was actually cash-based. So we made.
Let me ask you a specific question.
Yeah,
I think because since you're an operator,
yes.
Can you give us the number of people who would usually ply your route during the Utah season?
Yep.
How many people did, you know, benefiting from this last, 50% reduction? So usually the numbers, then the numbers in the last cycle, and how many people benefit from the 50% reduction? Okay,
from Oshodi Terminal, as at the last time we tracked, there are over 6,000 people that benefited within the 14-day period. Okay, before now, we would normally have something like about 3,500 to 4,000. Okay, that's the kind of number we used to have. And then in terms of transport costs, for the longest route, if you are traveling to the east, which is the longest route that you have, So people would normally have to pay 22,000. So because of the 50% reduction, they were getting 11,000 naira. We also had other routes like Ilorin and then also Akure as well, where people were paying 6,000 naira and then we have to refund 3,000 naira to them. And it was physical, everybody could see it. It's something that people can track and they get their money in life. And we have the video recording of everything that happened, including the manifest of all the passengers.
All right.
So how many passengers did you make those 3K refunds to? Number one.
Yeah.
How many of those passengers did you make those 3,000 refunds to? You said over 6,000 people.
Yeah,
traveled.
passengers, yes.
Passengers traveled that period.
Yes.
Did the 6,000 people benefit from the scheme?
Absolutely. And
All
we have
of
all the
them?
records, yes.
All of
It
them
varies
benefit.
from Akure and Ilorin. So those ones were getting a refund of 3,000 naira. And if you're going to Akure, in terms of 8,005, you get a refund of 4,250.
Why did they need to get a refund
Yep.
if the subsidy had been effected and you just pay the half price already? Why did they need to get a refund?
Okay, because of the process we put in place so that it's transparent. So what we did, that you pay your full fare at the point where you buy your ticket. So when you board, and once you finish boarding, and then they reel out the manifest. So with the manifest, the drivers refund your money to you, and then government in turn refund the balance to the passenger, to the drivers at the end of the day. So that's
No,
the
so
scheme.
why, I mean, if you have it,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be the half price. Why don't you just pay the half price at ticket point? Why do they need to refund your money to you? And how are you sure that most of the drivers refunded all of the money to them?
No, everything is tracked. We have all the video recordings.
No, I'm not talking about video. I said,
Yes.
why is it that the driver have to refund and repay the money to them? You can do a couple of videos. Are you telling me you have the video for the 6,000 people?
We do
refunded?
have the videos for
6,000
everything.
videos.
All of them. We have
6,000
We do
videos.
have everybody on video, yes. Including passengers, you see
So
them.
every time the driver refunds for 6,000 passengers,
we do have that.
Can
And
you-
you see,
can
let me also share with you why
Can
we
you make
adopted
them
that
public?
method. Oh yeah, sure.
on what portal will you make them public? And can you,
Well, if you give me, I can
can you
make
print
them
them all the
possible.
manifest?
We have all the manifest. We have all of that.
Okay.
Okay, everything is fully documented. You see,
But you just had to, let the driver be refunding money. And this is the same government that is talking about cashless economy. And you say you are giving 3,000. So how much is the driver refunding per bus?
no, it depends on the capacity of the bus.
How much
You
is
see,
the capacity of this
It's
bus?
because of this kind of cynicism.
How many
that-
buses?
Yeah.
How many 18-seater buses left your park?
I don't have the exact size of the number
you
of
said you have
18-seater. No. No, there are Sienna buses, some
Yeah.
are 5 passengers.
So how many
some
Sienna
are
left?
We have all of that data, okay?
How many left? I'm asking
I
you.
cannot have the exact figure of all of that disaggregated, but I've given you the figure. It's
No, you
over
said you have
6,000.
6,000 videos.
Yes, but we have all the data. We can supply them.
Okay.
We can
And the
supply
names
them.
of all of these people.
We have all of that. Yes, if you want to see,
And
it,
they
it's
were
not very
not,
viable.
because you see. So
No,
for
I can.
You get my point about transparency.
I get your point.
So for me,
Yes.